Good evening YouTube, it's Mr. Goats here with another deck profile for you. Before we start, I'd apologise for any noise in the background. It's windy and everything up in where I live. Anyway, today we're taking a look at Unchained Fire Kings. Now, I really like the Unchained deck, but when Shivara went to 1, the pure build kind of died. So I decided instead to see what we could do with the Fire Kings, because Shivara is a fire, as well as the mini one's also a fire, so you can pop them with the Fire Kings and get into the both combos. It worked okay. I went 2 and 2, although I also got the worst luck possible because I went up against not only the best deck in our meta right now in Rescue Ace, but also my worst matchup in Flew Under Ease. So we're going to put that to one side and see what this deck does, and next week we're going to bring it back to locals. So yeah, let's take a look for the Fire Kings. 3 Ponyx, double Garunix, triple Kirin, 1 Baron, 2 Avrata, and 1 Rangbali. So to go in order, this is our main starter. It's the best normal summon in the deck. You summon this, you grab the spell Sanctuary, which gives the field spell, which starts off the entire combo. And to back it up, we have the 3 Kirins, which can quick effect pop it to summon itself to get around hand traps. It can also bring a card back from the graveyard for recursion. And of course, then we have the big boy in Garunix, which can summon itself after you pop something with Viking Island, and then destroy something else to give you to get stuff a buff and give you more advantages. Unfortunately, it only pops cards with the Viking types, so Winged Beast, Beast Warriors. So it can't actually pop. It can't pop the Shivara, unfortunately, but it can still do a lot of other things. In addition to this, these 2 are level 8, so they give us access to the Xyz in our opponent's turn with the spell, along with a couple of other cards I'll show you in a bit. So with this card, when it's destroyed, adds a card to hand next turn to give us more recursion. This recurs from the graveyard, and this is a spell trap negate. So yeah, the pretty standard Fire King lineup. I like this lineup. To complement that, we of course have the double Sanctuary, 1 Island, and 1 Skyburn. I probably wish I played a second island in case it gets popped, but I didn't want to clog the deck down too much with this. This ratio worked pretty well for me today, but I think in the future I might try a second island. Next for the Unchains, 1 Shivara and 3 Arua, and then 1 Rakea and 1 Shyama, 1 Samara, and 1 Abominable Soul. So for this ratio, obviously you want to max out as much as you can on the fires. That sends you with the Fire Kings. You can pop these with the Fire Kings, set an Unchained spell trap, and then start your plays. These, I've seen some people say you want to play a lot of Rakeas, but it bricked a lot today. I went to hand with this and a bunch of Viking cards that couldn't do anything. I think the ratio is fine. You could cut this to play a second Rakea. This only came up once, because it can't get into the graveyard in this deck. This was the best one that wasn't fire, because you can get it going second for the pop. It's a level 8, so you can get into your level 8 Xyz with the Garunix and stuff. And of course it's more recursion. This is a really good engine, and obviously if this comes back to more than 1, you obviously add more of this to the deck. And backing that up we have double escape and 1 chamber. Honestly, I think I'd up these a bit, because these did a lot of work today. And if I was going to upgrade any engine in this deck, I'd do it by cutting this. Like, I know why this engine was playing the pure Unchained build, but this did almost nothing for me today. Yeah, it gives you access to the Xyz, but it doesn't really do that much in this deck. And yes, it gives you level 8 from Xyz, but there's so many ways to get your level 8 Xyz on board. This doesn't really do that much. This was a clog today. I genuinely did not like this engine. I'll do some more testing with it, see if I can get it to work better, but yeah, this didn't do much for me today. Next we have the Prosperity, which we're playing 2 engines. This is really good to search out whatever you're missing from one or the other. Also, we're playing a lot of duplicates and some frivolous cards, not frivolous, but some cards we can justify getting rid of. So this is really good. And for the hand traps, Ash and Draw. Some builds also go above that to play Nibiru and input him, but I think these were enough for today. And that is the main deck of the Fire King Unchained list. Like I said, I think I'd cut the DD engine, because it didn't really do that much for me today. I liked the Unchained ratio, the Fire King ratio was pretty decent. So yeah, let's go into the extra deck. Double Garunix. I played 2 because if you're going for the grind, you want more ways to wipe the board. This card not only wipes the board, it can pop back row and it can kill your resources when it dies. So in this case now you can pop this with a Kieran and then just get more plays. In fact, one time I actually used Kieran to pop this to get 2 back on the board, to make another one to get another board wipe. That was pretty good. And that's the Vikings. Then we got the DDDs. So 1 Caesar, 1 Deus Machinex, and to complement those XCs we have Zeus and Hope Harbinger. You could also play the Orcust level 8 if you wanted, or you could, of course, you could play Typhon if you have one of those. I don't have Typhon, which is why I'm playing Zeus. That's pretty standard for an Unchained deck. This would be the Fire Charmer. I lost mine, so it's going to proxy it for now. And to back that up, we have the generics. We have IP, Unicorn, and Access Code. You've seen this in my decks before, so we'll keep that brief. And then we've got the Unchained to finish this off. Oh, that's right. We also have this to get rid of certain towers that we found out, like the Pearly cards. And then for the Unchained, 1 Abomination, 1 Soul of Rage, 1 Soul of Anguish, and 1 Yama. Recursion, removal, and a big finisher. Also, this ratio was really good. I never felt I needed any more than any of these. Also, the fact that these don't require anything other than 1 Unchained Soul means you can use the Vikings to make them, which is pretty cool. And finally, for the side deck rather, it's pretty much what you've seen before. Solemn. This is to replace a hand trap with. This to draw you more cards on the first in case you get broken. One change I did make was I had it evenly matched, because I replaced I can't remember what I replaced with this, but I thought this was better for. I think it's a good queen second play. That's really good. Yes, I'm aware this conflicts with the engines a bit. In fact, honestly, this probably should not have been in here. I still really hate Branded, so I want to say to stop it. This should probably be Nibiru, in honesty. So yeah, if I'm playing this again, this will be Nibiru. And Dark Ruler, which actually came up a couple of times today, because it helped me get over Makonko, which is a very hard matchup for me. And that was my Fire King Unchained deck. So like I said, I think in the future I'd take out some of the more classic Unchained cards like the DDD stuff, maybe play more hand traps or more Vikings. But overall, I think the two engines synergize pretty well together. As long as, other than of course, these guys locking you into themes. So make sure, if possible, you pop this with a Viking rather than summoning it, and make sure you know your Viking players before you go into one of these. So yeah, this was a pretty fun deck to try out. I really enjoyed it. Hope you guys do the deck profile, and I'll see you all again soon.